Well, the Winter Nexus has changed forever because Marauders cannot do sites in high sec, and Alphas now have their time to shine because of the lack of competition. So we're going to show you all the fits for the Empire Navy battleships that you can contend with and go and win the Winter Nexus. So if you want the best Eve guys, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now, and we're on site avoiding high sec gankers. People are killing things as we speak, and we're going to show you fits that we've been able to use to do the Winter Nexus sites in high sec. Now, this is specifically for high sec. We are going to have dangerous areas of space fits coming out. We are going to have Omega focused guides for you as well. This one's strictly for alphas. What we're here for is this, for the reward track. We want to get that perseverance. We want to get the skill points. We want to get these Yule Festival brain freeze crates. These sell for quite a bit. We want the Plex. And the devs have said that they're going to add stuff to the reward track as the site progresses, as the event progresses, just like in the Winter Nexus. So let's talk about a couple things. First, as an alpha, you're locked behind certain things. And obviously, we're not going to be talking about Tech 2 ships here. What you want to do, and the premier battleships you can fly are, you guessed it, Navy battleships. And we're going to have one of each Navy battleship for you for all, Jackdaw coming in, for all. I'm going to keep watching D-Scan because I'm on grid, okay? And there's reds in local. We're not leaving yet because of fear. That's why. We're going to have one of each for every single empire for you. We're going to pick the ones that are better. Hear me. Do not fly drone boats. Straight up, bad idea. You're going to see it when we get to the end of this video, the combat portion. When my drones are in space for a second, for literally a moment, they just get targeted and get evaporated off grid. Do not use drone boats in this site. It is bad for you. Of the Empire fits, I'm going to have a Typhoon fleet issue. I'm going to have a Megathron Navy issue. I'm going to have a Scorpion Navy issue. And I'm going to have a Apocalypse Navy. You can use the other Navy battleships except for the drone focused boats. Don't use the Armageddon Navy issue and do not use the Dominix Navy. You can use the other ones. We're not talking about battle cruisers for this video. We're just talking about battleships. So we're talking about battle cruisers in another video coming because you can use battle cruisers, don't you worry. So let's show you the first couple ships and why they're good. Do not use smart bombs in high sec. My God, please do not die to Concord. You smart bomb a Celestial in high sec, you're going to get Concorded easy peasy. So we're picking the Typhoon because it has damage, explosion velocity is hit rating. You want to pick stuff that has hit rating typically. This is tracking speed, explosion velocity, and this one also can fit large projectile turrets. So this one has both. I really like this ship for those use cases because you can do literally multiple things with this. So combat probes coming out, chat. We're going to have to be leaving very soon. Combat probes are about to hit us. Let's see if we can get the heck out of Dodge. Let's warp to this at 0 and just kind of hold D right outside of this station and hold it down in the underground. So here is this fit for the Typhoon fleet issue. I will show you this. We will have all of these fits will be in the description for you. They're totally free. You know, it takes 2 clicks to join the Patreon. We keep it free. It's like a blog style. Come on down, everybody. It's real. The fits won't fit in the freaking YouTube description, okay? So you have to show up and do the Patreon to do it. That's why we do that. Let's show you this one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's stay right here so we can just keep watching D-Scan. So we can just keep doing these things and keep laughing at the various stuff. Okay, actually, let's just dock up because I don't want to have to deal with this right now. So combat probes are literally everywhere, and there's a lot of death happening. So what we've got here is we're focusing on torps and large projectile turrets, and we've got Tech 1 guns there because it's alpha friendly. Every single module in here is alpha friendly, and this is a 700 million ISK ship. It's a welcome to being an alpha. If you can't afford Omega, you pay with ISK on ships. But let's start with the highs. You're going to be using faction ammo. Typically, as an alpha, you're going to be using faction ammo a lot anyway. You do not want to use Tech 1 ammo. Faction ammo, especially missiles, way easier to hit the frigates. The frigates are going to be a problem. The combination of the faction ammo and your grappler with your missile guidance computer is going to let you hit the frigates easy enough. Okay, easy enough. It's gonna be good. This is a high sec focused fit. Yes, guys, this entire video is gonna be high sec focused. Chat is talking. I'm gonna. Oh, y'all can't see chat. 1 sec. Let me fix that. Since this is a high sec focused fit, and since you want to be extra careful about the mobs, we focused on hit rating with this, and hit rating meaning like you want to be able to hit stuff. The grappler can target stuff and use within 25k. The missile guidance computer with missile precision and the faction ammo, you'll be able to hit the frigates. And a tip for you, we have included light drones in here as well. Now, don't just call out light drones. They're just gonna die. But against like one frigate, if there's like one frigate left and it's giving you problems, call out the drones and just hit it. The grappler plus the light drones, you'll kill the frigate in a matter of seconds, okay? Let's talk about the ogres for just a sec. If ever you see heavy drones in these fits, the heavy drones are for the boss. The heavy drones are actually a decent amount of DPS. Look, you can see our drones are 300 DPS with the ogres. This is a big deal. With everything combined, we're doing over 1100 DPS. Alphas are going to doing about close to 1,000, depending on your skills. We also have a pod. We're going to show you the pod in just a second. I'm going to go over this fit in depth. Every single fit we display is going to have variations of this fit. We'll talk about the specifics. Okay, so you want to have double actives for this, because the sights can get very damage heavy very fast. We have a little bit of tank and 2 armor reps. Now, all of these fits are very good capacitor. Double cap batteries plus a current router in the rigs, because this is cap stable. And 9 minutes is cap stable. There's a lot of nuding in these sites. You want this. You want to make sure that you are not getting nuded out. Absolutely. You want to get triple damage because you don't need the missile tracking computer in the lows, because that's what this is for. If ever you're outranging something, you can swap to the missile range, but you're probably never going to put this on. This is to plus damage. This is to give you some explosive resist because you want to reduce the damage coming in, but you are active heals. The ammo we talked about, you want to have an MTU. It's just kind of there. We talk about why in the combat section of the video, and the 2 drugs you want to have for the Typhoon. And every fit in the description, pay attention to the consumables because they're specific to the fits. It's one of the things that actually differ, all things considered and comparatively. The synth crash is going to help your explosion radius, is going to help your torps to hit. The hard shell is going to help you to out heal stuff. You can use a pyro if you want, but typically what's going to kill you on these sites is not you doing damage, it's the damage being done to you. Okay, so that's what this is for. So there's your Typhoon fleet issue fit. Let's go into the next one. Let's talk about the APOC and talk about the various things. Oh, actually, before I go to the APOC, let me show you the clone for this. The clone's not necessary, but you can use it. Torpedoes, it's going to give you more damage. You want to get the dash 03s, 603, 703, etc. This is 3% torpedo damage. This will be in the fit in the description as well. Maximum velocity bonus means your missiles hit faster. This is a big deal for people that are flying missile ships. You want your missiles to get there faster so you can have better application. Missile precision, this is going to help you to hit easier. Target nav prediction is going to, again, make you hit easier. It's all about hitting easier. Rapid launch is rate of fire, so more DPS. So these are alpha-friendly pods, by the way. Yes, these are alpha-friendly pods, all of this. Okay, let's talk about the APOC, and we're going to quickly go through these because they're very similar. APOC is, once again, all gas, no break, and we're going to be using some Navy-focused ammos here, okay? You want to have 1 Tech 1 ammo. It does less DPS, but Tech 1 ammos don't break. So just in case you're running around and you have a long journey, you know, Tech 1 ammos literally never break, so have those there. You're going to have a tracking speed computer here. Same deal, grappler, single cap battery. In the rigs, we're going to make up for the 1 cap battery with double capacitor circuits. You can see we've got the similar setup where all the energies are on with 1 heal or 8 minutes capacitor. That's basically cap stable. The sight is less than 5 minutes with these. We do about 1,000 DPS. Our drones, which this is a smaller drone bay, we have medium drones. Call out the medium drones against the boss. Call out the light drones to help kill the bad stuff if you need them to do things. And again, we have the grappler. You can use multi-frequency or radio. You can use which ones are more affordable. The radio ones are very far range. So consider keeping radios in there, because what could happen is, and I tried to fit range ammo on the ships that could fit them, is sometimes what people will do to try to take the site from you is if this is where the battleship spawns, they will MWD away from you and they'll be over here. And then the battleship might actually spawn over here and they're 100K from you. Okay, and that 100 means that now you can't get this guy. So if you have radio ammo, at least you can do damage to it and shoot within those ranges. So pretty cool. How many grapplers webs am I going to need for those frigates? I'm telling you, one with the tracking speed computer plus the pod we have that will be included. I thought I saved the pod on the APOC. The pod on the APOC is going to be very similar with tracking speed, with plus damage, and with capacitor. So that's the APOC. That'll be in the description for you. You can get that done. Let's talk about Scorpion. Scorpion Navy is going to be extreme. We have rapid heavies. Here's a fun one. Rapid heavy missiles are actually alpha friendly, and you can use Tech 2 Infernos are alpha friendly. Now, this is a lot of skill points to get into for an alpha, but you will be rewarded by some of the highest DPS possible, 1,000 DPS, unheated without drones. If you skill into, if this is one of your favorite ships and you're an alpha, this is the one. If you can't use rapid heavies, use different missile launchers. You can get just same kind of thing with hams, heavy missiles, whatever. Anything the Scorpion says, heavy missile crews or torpedoes, use torpedoes again. Just fine, no problems, no worries. Okay, so yeah, you can use rapid heavies for alphas on the Scorpion. Now, I've included a probe launcher on some of these because there was an extra high slot. You might as well scan down some of the sites. And here's a fun tip for you. You can actually bring in your frigate escape bay a ship that can scan stuff. Now, I have a pod protector. We'll talk about this later in the video. But you can bring a ship that has scanning and hacking abilities. So while you're on the site, you could be scanning stuff down. And then when you, after your combat site's done, you go to the station, you get into your like Astero, whatever, that's in your frigate escape bay, and then you go hack the site and you can finish your reward track even faster. So just an option for you, right? That's an option for you. So what we've got with this is we've got a lot of mids on this one. This ship, real powerful. Telling you right now, this is one of the best ones that I was able to build. We've got tons of damage. We've got guidance to hit real easy. You can shoot out to 51 with this, is sick. And you've got the missile guidance. And we've got an extra large shield booster. Daggum. And look, if you can't fit all of these because your alpha skills are too low, just tech some of the stuff down or tech it up into faction versions. That's the way to do it. We also have a Star Wars shield booster. Look at this. That's a thick door. 162 HP a second. Delicious. As far as the rigs, we have a capacitor safeguard on there because it was the best one to add a minute to this. You want to leave this off most of the time. You have some of the highest resists of any of the ships that I'm flying. You can leave editor. That's right. You can leave this on right here, Redler. This shield booster is not something you leave on like the other fits because it's an extra large. You want to turn it on only when needed. But since it does 800 HP a second and you only have 16K, this is like 8% of your health every tick. So you wait till you're at like 3/4 health and you just tap it a couple times. You know, all good, no problems, no worries. A 1 cat battery and a single capacitor control circuit in the rigs. This one does a ton of DPS. Not a lot of drones here. Not a lot of drones here. That's fine. All good. Keep it going. You can use Tech 2 ammo for this. If you're having problems hitting stuff and applying, you can use the faction ammo. It does less damage, but it has better application against the frigates. Okay, so there's your Scorpion Navy. Now, I'm literally not going to include this in the description. I'm going to show you this fit. Don't do this. I'm going to include this fit in the description. I'm going to quickly go over this. This is a Dominix Navy that is railgun fit. You can do this. Don't do Dominix drone fit. I'm scared to put this fit in the description because some people are going to see this fit and they're going to say, you know, I can use drones. Please, you will die. You will be defanged immediately. Do not use drones. This Dominix is all gas, no brake on the large blasters. Why I think you should not use this fit. Look at the range. This has a range of like 16K. Even if you get a bunch of drugs to increase your optimal range, you're going to have a really hard time fighting stuff in this Dominix compared to other ships. The Typhoon fleet issue that we showed you, my torps hit within like 20 something. The Raven Navy you just saw hits within 50. The Dominix Navy is a slow ship with this afterburner we got on here. And because it's alpha friendly, it's monopropellant, we only go 400. You're going to have competition a lot. And while you do a lot of snap DPS with the blasters, you have to taxi there. So we're going to use the Hyperion in a future video, chat. If you're focusing on Navy battleships first. Okay, so I would not use the Dominix Navy. I'll put this fit in the description for you, but I'm telling you, chat, this is the weakest one that I was able to ideate, and I don't recommend you do it. I would literally cover no more of it because of that. The Megathron is better. Okay, so we got the antimatter blasters. We shoot out the 22. That extra 4K is a big deal. It does a lot of damage. The tracking speed plus the grappler plus the synth Frentix booster giving you more optimal range means now we're talking. This is the ship to use if you want to use blasters. It is the better ship for that use case. It also has better bonuses for that because we get the tracking speed on the large hybrid turret as well, plus the rate of fire. So if you're going to use hybrid turrets, use the Megathron Navy. It's not good on the Dominix Navy. So we're going to do Proteuses, T3 cruisers another day, not today. A single capacitor power relay in the lows. This is for alphas. Notice with 2 of these on, we are actually cap stable with the cap battery, cap relay, and the capacitor control circuit. The diminishing returns, we don't need more DPS. We need to not die to getting neuted out. So that's what this is for. Okay, so make sure you're using this. Also, we do have a tracking enhancer on there to help out. You can keep this on at all times. And oh, the NOS, even 11 minutes is cap stable. The NOS is to use on the enemy ships, or if you get PvP'd on, we had a free slot, you might as well. The Mega is a fantastic ship. So we showed you 4 really good fits. The Typhoon, the Mega, the Apocalypse, and the Scorpion Navy issue. And why should I have all the fun this coming Winter Nexus? Yes, we're going to give all 4 fully fitted ships of those away to 4 winners. Each of you is going to get one of those ships. 4 winners, 1 ship. And in order to enter in, here's what you have to do. The first thing you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube. The bot's going to know if you're not subbed, then you'll be disqualified if you're not subbed. Thanks for 41,000 on YouTube. I really appreciate it. The second thing you have to do is put in the comments, Alpha Winter Nexus. Put Alpha Winter Nexus into the YouTube comments. That's the key phrase. And in that same key phrase, you gotta put your in-game name. Do those 3 things. Sub, key phrase, put your in-game name. You'll be eligible to enter in chat. Thanks for this. I'm having a ton of fun in the Winter Nexus. We got Omega guides coming. Let's see how these ships do in space right now. All right, we're in high sec. We're in an alpha-friendly Typhoon fleet issue. You can see here is where you put the key if you have a Marauder, because you can afterburner pulse trick to go faster. Turn on your spinny bits, get your missile guidance precision going. Remember, we don't use the drones unless there is a nasty frigate at the end. And you're going to see that not only is this fit able to do this sight, but because we get over 1,000 DPS, yes, in an alpha-friendly ship, the drones push us over 1,000 DPS. You can use the drones. I'm going to show you how. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch the mobile tractor unit. Now, the MTU is, as we've said, is not necessary. It's not mandatory. We'll just put it that way. But what the MTU is it stops silliness, because there's a couple things. The first thing you want to do when you get into the site is you want to target the cruisers or the battle cruisers. You can see that here we are. We've got the grapples out. The next thing you want to target is anything that is scramming you. And you can see the E-War here. The next thing you want to do is anything that is nuding you. So those are the order of operations. Okay. And then web is last. Web is not super big deal. You can drag and drop them right here till you can get your organizations. Okay. And once we go down to armor, we will be, of course, using our armor reppers. So you want to target the cruisers and the battle cruisers first because they do the highest DPS. This is a lot of reds just pop into system chat. A lot of reds just pop into system. We are not staying for this. We are absolutely not staying for this. I am aligning out. And if I die, chat, if I die, then that's what that is. We leave right now, chat. We do our best to align out. If I die, we die, chat. This is a good time to film. So I'm looking at local. A lot of reds just hopped into system, and we have to do our darndest to get the hell out. We're going to keep on spamming our good old-fashioned D-scan, ladies and gentlemen. As a content creator, this is how it goes. I just have to be... Looks like, chat, we might be getting some company, chat. Might be getting some company. I'm looking at things. Yeah. If we die, pick up the MTU. No, I'm just going to leave it. It's literally not important. So now we go after the other thing that is scramming me. And what we're going to do is we're going to call out the light drones. We're going to one pulse the light drones. We're going to stare right here. The moment they get yellow boxed, we're going to call them back. Now they get this site eats, and there it is, eats drones. But you can stop the DPS on you for just a second. And that little bit of damage might be enough that we get out alive and we get out in time. So we're just going to keep going here. I have my D-scan set to a 1 AU. I'm actually really glad that we did this. And let's save my location. This is the MTU. So if I need to, I can warp back to this. Good. That frigate died. We have 2 more scrams to go before this happens. Let's launch some more drones, call out some more DPS. Keep doing this. Keep watching for the yellow boxing. Keep watching. And we're going to keep furiously D-scanning while there is reds in system, because the reds will come out and gank you. Who should you mark as red? You should mark any of the high-sec ganking corporations. This is Black Flag. Code. What's the other one? I always forget the other one, chat. What's the other? There's one more scram left. I'm actually aligned out to a safe right now. And so I'm feeling very confident that we're going to be able to leave. What's it? Safety. So mark those 3 as red. I'm really glad that this actually happened right now, because this is a perfect showcase of how to fly this. What these gankers might do is they might wait until you are fighting the battleship, because the battleship scrams you and does a ton of damage. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be just very careful, and I'm going to tell you that that's what they're going to do. I'm a content creator. That's what these guys are waiting for. We are literally getting skiffs are about to warp close to me. I don't think skiffs can warp onto this, chat. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. I am not scrammed. I can leave at any time. We're feeling pretty safe. We're going to keep killing these guys. We're going to keep trying to afterburner out to whatever it is that we are aligned to. Good. I'm aligned out to this. Excellent. I'm afterburner. What these reds are doing is they're going to wait for you to have a battleship, and then they're going to leave, and then they're going to try to kill you. So the mining sites are absolutely packed. Yeah, there's a ton of competition. So what I'm thinking is either we leave for the video. I'm gonna probably stay. I'm gonna probably stay because we're most likely getting ganked. But I'd honestly like you all to see what it looks like if we get ganked. If I'm wrong, then we kill the battleship. If I'm right, then you guys get to see what it looks like when we get ganked, and we're not losing anything that I can't afford to lose. So, you know, so what do we do in between waves? We reload stuff. I'm going to keep my afterburner on. That way I can make sure I can just like be away from where stuff is. So if the gankers are here, I can, you know, keep it going. I'm actually going to switch this off. We're going to go for our missile range script. I am aligned out AF. We're going to go for missile range instead. How much do we get with the missile range? We're out to 35. Good. We're going to let this guy show up. We're going to see how much damage this guy does to me. We're going to keep this on. And I am aligned out. I am ready to go. 35 km. He goes 1200. He goes much faster than me. So I'm going to start. I'm going to turn this off now because I'm going to, he's going to get too close to me and he's going to start doing stuff to me. Our retriever is on D. Let's get the missile precision coming in. Good. There he goes. The scram is on me. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The scram is on me. Ogre's out. Ogre's out. It's now or never, champ. I'm going to keep descanning. The scram is on me. If the gankers are going to kill me, now is the time. The scram is on me. Let's see. We're going to turn on all of our stuff. So far, D-scan is clear. So far, we are good to go. No worries, no problem. Ogre's out for Harambe. We're going to keep pressing D. We're going, you notice that we are not doing nearly as much DPS as we were last time because we are far from this man's. So far, nothing happening on that. We're going to keep trying. So people in the giveaway channel aren't actually, no, there's no giveaway right now, Eveland. You always have to show up on stream to see what's happening or that Tholos coming in, champ. We have to kill him right now. We have to kill him right now. It's overheat stuff. Otherwise, we're going to be killed. Nope, just kidding. Tholos is no longer on D. No worries. Don't need to overheat. Do not need to overheat now. Very good. We saw the Tholos for a sec. Good. We killed the battleship. Now, let's pull the drones back in. Let's turn the afterburner off. Everything is good. MTU can stay there. We don't have to go back and go get our MTU. We can just let it sit there. We can let it sit there. Yes, Chris, I actually have that for you. So what you just saw was a good way to, if the gankers are coming to you, that's something you can do, is you can drop the MTU, let it sit there, and you can kind of keep stuff at range. And you saw how to manage our cap, how we really only had one of our reppers on at once, depending on the fit. We can put 2 reppers on a little bit. This is a cap stable fit with 1. We are limited with 2, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm actually going to leave my afterburner on and see what the reds do here while we like talk about this. We keep our spinny bits on. If you have competition, you're going to overheat your modules. You're going to try to keep the battleship at range, and you're going to call out your highest DPS drones. You're not going to let them do those things. So insane in brain. We got a procurer that's within 1 coming in here. That white. Now, here's a fun way to like know if something's gankables. Okay. This procurer, the Wightstorm base is 8 AU away. Why would a mining ship be within 1 AU of me? You know why. Okay, so this is something you have to do. There's high set ganking is so prevalent in this event because of the amount of people that do not press D-scan. Okay, he's just peeking. We also have an impulse. Impulses are just, you know, you gotta literally be skeptical of everything. If something's within 1 AU of you, just be careful. Just be aware. It's something that you have to just be careful of. So, all right, we talked about local. We talked who to set red. We talked about D-scan. We talked about what else can we do on the site itself. The MTU is to stop cloaky people from coming in the beacon because, so here's what can happen. As you saw, in order to get into the site, there's an acceleration gate, right? You have to go into the acceleration gate, and then that lands you on the beacon, right? But what can happen is I might miss a D-scan, and then somebody hits the acceleration gate and then cloaks up mid-warp, and then now they're cloaked on the site. It's very cheeky. But the MTU that's close to the beacon can decloak them. It's not guaranteed. So we do have a WHPD. Is this Vinny? Is Vinny in chat? Is Vinny in local, bro? Is that Vinny? Is that Vinny? Yo, is Vinny in local? That's Pog. Chat, Vinegar Duche is in local. That's quite nice. The other thing that can happen is these wrecks can also decloak things. Vinny in a Tengu? I doubt it, Chad. That would be... Vinny typically is never in a freaking Tengu. So that's, you know, editor, you can keep that in. So the other thing the MTU does is a lot of times what people are going to do is they might suspect in order to... they might take your loot to suspect bait you. So what the MTU does is it slurps up your loot and it stops people from being able to take your stuff. It's another thing that you can use to get your loot, to guarantee that your loot is secured, because it's going to slurp up your loot. Because a lot of these battleships will try to, like, I've actually had herons that warp onto the site and try to take the battleship's loot and then go suspect because their buddy is like right around the corner ready to go. So that's something you just have to be careful of. This buzzard, by the way, is one of those things. So my last point for gank tips is let time be on your side. I'm aligned out on site and just kind of descanning, seeing what's, and they can go suspect from shooting the MTU. And then if you shoot them, they got a bunch of buddies ready to hop on you, and that will not incur Concord. So be careful of this. We got a Stormbringer. Stormbringer in this site actually kind of makes a ton of sense if you're multi-boxing. So, okay, so, oh my God, I can't warp to this. Really, chat? I was going to warp to that. So, amazing stuff. So, OU. So, Bush Kitty is doing things in local, chat. Bush Kitty is doing things in local. So, okay, so this fit works. All the fits will be in the description for you. All the fits will be ready for you to go into the Winter Nexus and have a fantastic time as an alpha. And if you want the full Winter Nexus guides, Omega's multi-box, ice mining, hacking, we got it. Even last year's videos are still live. They still work. Check right here and sub right here for the best. Eve guys, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.